going to talk a little bit about the upset phenomenon, okay? So the upset phenomenon is the result of resistance, okay? If you resist something, it hangs on, okay? What you resist persists. Okay, that's what causes the negative identity, okay? The negative identity is created by resistance, okay? That's called the upset phenomenon, right? Now, if you look at this little diagram I made, okay? We all start out inherently outflowing, happy. This is our natural demeanor here, okay? Something happens, we have an upset, okay? Immediately our demeanor changes, okay? Our demeanor changes, okay? Then we're down in the mouth, okay? Down in the mouth. All the attention is on ourselves, okay? Now, there's a chain of events that happens, or a sequence of events that happens, okay? That's the upset phenomenon. Just like is on the board here, there's a sequence of events. The person was originally happy and outflowing. Something happened which they didn't like, an unwanted feeling. It's always unwanted feeling that causes the upset, okay? Because they resist this unwanted feeling, it persists, okay? Now in the physical universe, or the material universe, there's a concept. An irresistible force meets an immovable object, okay? So this is what happens when you have these two forces meeting each other, okay? They strike an involuntary compromise, or they form a ridge, okay? That's where the Himalayan mountains came from. These two tectonic plates pushing against one another, neither can give way, so they just well up into this great mountain, okay? The material, those two tectonic plates, just sit there and push, and that energy is converted into an upset phenomenon in the energy universe. So you have this unwanted feeling here. You've got resistance to it, and it causes a ridge of energy, okay? Now the ridge of energy just sits there, okay? That ridge of energy just holds all of that energy, all of that unwanted aspect from the upset, just like the Himalayan mountains contains all that material from the tectonic plates, okay? So all that energy from the unwanted upset sits right here, okay? And this identity, this negative identity, is created from that force, okay? Now, as that negative identity is created, okay, a person has to come up with a way to survive, okay? So every living organism tries to survive. That's paramount. We're going to survive. So when something happens, we have to make a decision. We have to sort it out, okay? So this person is down in the mouth, okay? That's non-survival. So to survive, we have to make a decision, okay? For instance, we're not good enough. I'm not good enough. So we've made that decision, and from out of there, everything that happens in our life, we're thinking, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. That has to do with the resistance to a feeling, okay? But in the unseen realm, the being is perfect. The being knows everything, okay? That's our natural state. We live with that. We live with honesty, integrity, optimism, and love, as well as other attributes. Okay? And when that person says, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, even though the being knows that that's not true, deep down they know they are good enough. Okay? That's where the resistance comes from. That negative identity sits there because the person knows that's not true. They're saying that's not true, that's not true. That's why there's resistance there. The negative identity persists. Okay? Like any other negative identity is caused from circumstances, a resistance. Resistance is the governing factor. Okay? So each one of us has experienced our own inherent timelessness. Okay? There's no such thing as time in the energy universe. Okay? The energy universe is timeless. There's no time there. There's no sequence of events, like no first, no second, no third. There's no start. There's no finish. Okay? It's just all there in the now. Okay? So when you put all of this together, what came first? Okay? Looking at it from the material universe, the upset came first. Okay? But now, all of this ends in the universe, the energy universe. There's no time in the energy universe. There's just a prime mover. Okay? The prime mover is the resistance to the core feelings. Okay? That's what causes this resistance. Okay? Now it appears the other way around. Okay? That the resistance caused the upset. That leads us to the phenomenon of the chicken and the egg. Okay? Because it's only now, okay, the upset and all of this, okay, depend on each other. All this is dependent upon each other. There's no upset. If there's no upset, there's no resistance. If there's no resistance to the feeling, there's no upset. They're all dependent on each other for that existence. So that's how we explain the upset phenomenon and the chicken and the egg phenomenon.